Alright guys, it's been quite some time since I last did a gear review, riding apparel that is not gear as in drugs. Who would do such a thing? I got these next purchased items as a result of being upset in the bank holiday, or wank holiday. It was wet, windy, and I was feeling a bit jaded and dreary because I was down with my mates. And I still wanted to see my other mates up in Loughborough, but weather didn't permit that. So instead I splurged 129 quid on a pair of these Alpinestars GP Pro racing gloves. They are racing gloves because, like, any idiot who wants to wear these on the street probably has more money than sense. Or just wears them for the bling factor like myself. But to dispel any sort of stereotypes why people would spend ridiculous amounts of money on gloves, the primary reason I got these was because they were on special offer from Heingericke. Normally RRPing at 150, these were 129, and when I tried them on, the fit, feel and feedback that I got from these gloves were second to none. They're much better than my standard, I won't say standard, my usual riding gloves, which are these Alpinestars Tech Road Gore-Texes, and my other racing gloves, which are the Alpinestars GP Pluses. Both gloves are 2 years old and have been ridden in all sorts of weather, been wet, been soaked. They start to hum a bit. God knows what else I've been doing and not realising I haven't washed and put those gloves on. So I opted for a new pair. Let me talk about these first. Kangaroo Palm. You got the rubber and polyurethane. Presumably these are like friction inhibitors, so as you do fall on the road in the event of a crash, they just slide on the tarmac so you don't trap your hand in furniture. As with all the Alpinestars GP series gloves, you got the finger bridge between your pinky and your ring finger. I do my braking like that, so that doesn't bother me. I've known some people to cut like the finger bridge. You got your standard polyurethane sliders at the front, polyurethane air intake. That presumably is for comfort on the top of your wrist. You've got polyurethane cuffs, which are a prominent feature on this glove. Presumably they've taken that design from their flagship Tech races. And it's also interesting to note that even Alpinestars GP racers such as Casey Stoner and Nicky Hayden, and even Noriyuki Haga, prefer the old design of GP Pro gloves, where this was actually leather. One thing I can say about this polyurethane cuff is that it prevents your wrist from hyperextending. So if you do crash and you're in hospital, one thing for sure is that you could still have fun with the nurse, because you're still afforded that degree of movement in your wrists. One thing I do have to say is one way to tell whether or not these are genuine, according to the Heingericke guys, is if you look inside, you'll see yellow, signifying that there is a Kevlar lining. The cheapo replicas aren't Kevlar lined, and that's why they're 60 quid. Probably made out of a different leather, like cowhide instead of kangaroo. Pound for pound, kangaroo's so much lighter, so much more supple. Even compared to my GP Pluses, despite having the polyurethane, it feels lighter. Through the controls it feels lighter. It's like as if you've got no glove on your hand, and the venting does work. I mean, it's 15 degrees out and I've been riding for about 2 hours and it done well. You see, you got the, if you can't see that, you've got the perforations. I'm not sure how well that could pick up, but yeah, you've got perforations. You've also got perforations there on the inside. So comfort, it is a summer riding glove, summer racing glove. I like it. I mean, I wear these gloves on for my daily commute on top of my Heingericke jacket. So, oh, some idiot just texted me, but yeah, they even fit on top of my jacket, which has the winter liner. So, I mean, it works in all conditions. So if I were to rate these gloves, value for money, there I wouldn't say that they're the best. They're about 5 or 6 out of 10, because who the hell would want to spend over 100 quid on a glove? If you can find a pair of genuine GP Pros in your size, like I said, sizing, it's across the board. So if you're a medium, you're a medium. I've tried my tech races, tech roads, SP2s, SP1s, Heingericke Panthers, what else? GP pluses and these, and I'm a medium on all of them and medium on this. Some people have commented that, like, if you've got really long fingers, then it might be a bit too small, but if you're nicely proportioned like myself, then they'll fit you fine. Comfort, 10 out of 10. That's the reason why I got these gloves. If you're spending all that money, you have to make sure that your gear's comfortable, because comfort's the only way of defending against tiredness and fatigue, and it basically allows you to be more attentive on the road, and offer you greater control for evasive manoeuvres, such as like idiots pulling out on you. You feel less arduous, less fatigued. You could make it home safer. Feedback and feel, 10 out of 10. Much better than these, because they've got the Gore-Tex liner on the inside, and it gets a bit sweaty, even though Gore-Tex is meant to wick away the sweat. Styling, 10 out of 10. Like, all my Alpinestars stuff that I've got, even my SMX jacket, I've always got these poly urethane slider bits and stuff, so it suits it. I got them in white because they were the only colour that they had. They're wanktastic, so stains don't show up on these. I just love them. Before I continue to rabbit on and offend people, I've also got to show you my other bling that I got. £3 from eBay, Motrax fabric letters or something like that. Now, I've got top written on the back of my race hump now, so yeah, that's pretty gay, innit, blood? But yeah, it makes me happy. So I'm going to leave you at that. Alpinestars GP Pro gloves. A bit more money than sense, but if you value your comfort and control, I'll get them. It's sunny outside, I quite fancy having another ride. So to all you guys watching this video, enjoy the sun, keep it rubber side down, adhere to the speed limits because they are there for a specific reason, and if you don't do that, then Gordon Brown's going to run over some kittens and chuck them in a food processor. Not that it matters because I don't like cats, but keep it rubber side down, seriously, enjoy the sun, and yeah, spend some money on these. Oh yes, throughout the month of May, Heingericke do have a £40 off if you spend more than 160 quid in their store. I don't work for them. Right, have a good day guys, bye.